My fellow Democrats, distinguished guests, delegates of the 2016 Democratic National Convention, I welcome you, and first I would like to open by saying thank you. Thank you, Donald Trump. God bless you, Donald Trump, and thank you from the bottom of every American's heart who loves the choice of freedom to live as we choose. We thank you, Donald Trump, for unhooding the modern-day Ku Klux Klan who has permeated our government, who has permeated our police force. You have allowed us to have Trump supporters publicly broadcast their beliefs and letting us know where the neo-Nazis live, the racists and the bigots and the theocrats that want to tell us how and where to live and when and what to do by legislating their religious beliefs. Donald Trump, my hat is off to you. Thank you. God bless you for exposing the invisible empire, the invisible evil empire that we have lived with for the past 35 years, as long as the GOP has been in power. Thank you, Donald Trump. And I want you to realize that you are the closest thing that America has birthed to Hitler from World War II. We thank you, Donald. We cannot allow this country to be divided. We are at the crucial point of division between the right and the left. We have not been this divided as a country since the Civil War. We must, at this time, bring unification. We must take the Bernie supporters, the Hillary supporters, and unify them. We must bring Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, and bring them together. And at this very moment in time, I propose that they come together with the Bernie supporters as mediators, and we form the AALM, All American Lives Matter. We cannot afford to be a divided house. Why? Because then it is easily conquered. Bernie Sanders has inspired, motivated, and unified an incredible amount of followers. Millions of Americans. We will take this energy. It is not dead, the revolution is not over, and we all have our jobs to do. We are not just supporting Bernie Sanders, we are now supporting the Democratic Party because we want the nation of progress. We do not want to regress. It is the simple black and white matter. You must vote blue. One hand, one heart, one vote can change a nation. And we, the people, are the change. So we must activate and get out there and unify and get the 100 million Americans who can vote, who are not registered, to vote. We will continue the Bernie system of phone banking, but instead of this time trying to get him elected as president, we must now just get voters out to vote and show up. That is the only way that we can win with an expanding, unbelievable, unprecedented gap and leave the GOP in the dust. As Bernie explained to us, it is not about him, it is about us, the United States of America, we the people. And as Plato had said, an apathetic population is easily ruled by evil men. That is exactly what has occurred in this country. Divine intervention has stepped in to save this country. I want you to look at what I have observed in the big picture. Every single player is in the perfect position. We have the energy and the motivated millennials just waiting to get something to do for their cause. And that is to get every single American out to vote for the Democratic Party, the blue party right here and now. Hillary is in the perfect place because she has the economical power to counteract the power of the advertisements of the GOP and Donald Trump. Bernie has rallied and unified the youth of America into an energetic force that will empower and provide the dynamo of energy to push the Democratic Party into victory in November. Millennials, you will not disappoint us. And instead of only 60% of you showing up, 80 to 90 of you will show up. Because I know the people that I rallied with at the LA Coliseum when we chanted, "Show me what democracy looks like." This is what democracy looks like. Freedom of speech, freedom of choice. I ask you to go out and speak to people in malls, in anywhere in this country where you feel there are people that are not registered to vote, to get them to think and get them to register and carry registration forms with you, to get them out there. And one of the greatest lines that I have used to help people think: are you an American or Americant? Americans vote. I want you to understand, have you heard or seen or know anyone who has died in war for this country? Have you ever gone to see the Vietnam Wall? Well, I would like to let you know that there are 58,000 names of Americans on that wall. And their names are there for one purpose. They died for your right to vote. Honor our dead of war and honor our veterans and get out and vote. And yes, even Donald Trump has been placed in the perfect position by the Almighty, by divine intervention, whatever you believe in, which we must protect our freedom of choice to choose to believe or not to believe or how to worship. Donald Trump is placed in the great position. Why? Because of his rhetoric, the purpose, the way he which delivers, the platform that has been delivered by the GOP. Yes, we must fear it. He creates fear. The greatest motivator of men, armies, and war to go into victory. So seeing that all of the elements are placed in the proper place for a guaranteed victory, we must only add one thing, and that is get into action and do our chosen simple jobs. We cannot all give great speeches and do great things, as Mother Teresa said, but we can do many things with great passion. So take this passion out there, get out in the American people, and get them to register to vote. Democratic Party will win, we must win, and we shall bring a progressive level of prosperity to this country that we have never ever seen before. The melting pot of America has come to a boiling point, and this change is inevitable. We can no longer go back. We will not. It is not a natural process. It is a natural process. It is part of the divine plan and the universal law of truth. The universe changes. It is a dynamic process of life. We continue to change, and therefore, Americans, we will not violate that law. The Democratic Party will succeed, and Hillary Clinton will be in the White House, and we will have majorities in the Senate and in Congress. I thank you for your attention, and I will see you sharing victory in November. Thank you.